important in this day and age to connect kids to nature. When you connect kids to nature, it gets them outside, it makes them active, it provides a great context for their learning in the classroom. It's hands-on learning when they're out in the environment. They need to appreciate the world around them. With our changing world, for kids to appreciate and understand that it's their job to help take care of this world for future generations. For this award, I'd like to nominate Becky Stroh. She's a third grade teacher at Ruskin Elementary. I've been teaching with Becky for at least 13 years. We've taught different grade levels, but always in the same school. Sometimes we've even taught. We started out teaching together. We both taught in private school, stayed home, raised a few children, and then came back to charter school, which was a completely different population of a student. When we started our education of second graders together, these second graders had no idea what a tadpole was, the relationship to a frog, or even what a pond was. So Becky began with a pond study to get them learning about the environment, and we've now settled into our grade levels. She teaches third grade and I teach fourth grade at Ruskin Elementary. So I get the students that she just got finished teaching the year before. So when I get these students that Becky had as third graders, they think of themselves as little scientists. She has instilled in them a love of science, a love of the environment. With all of her activities that she does, she's made such a great impact on the students that she teaches, especially in science. Some of the things that she does with her students, first of all, with the new standards that have come in, she's taken it upon herself to know every one of them and relate them to all areas in the curriculum. She ties it into science, social studies, and math, and reading. They read novels that relate to their science topics. Lemonade War with mixtures and compounds, Stinky Sneakers with changing states of matter and chemical reactions, the whole Humphrey series she gets them into, and with learning life cycles. Some of the units that she does, they study life cycles in third grade is their big unit of study with our new standards. So they study the rock cycle. She does a lot of edible science. I've gone into the room and they have little picks digging into chocolate chip cookies, learning the difference between rocks and minerals. They do the life cycle of mealworms, and they think of these little mealworms as their pets. One little student that I have this year was so excited, and after their meal worms changed, he really thought he could not even love this new stage of the life of his mealworm because he loved his mealworm so much. But of course, he came to love the next stage as well. They hatch butterflies in their classroom. They're outside constantly studying science. They are always bringing in things from home. Their book bags are heavy with rocks that they find to bring in when they're studying the rock cycle also. She also takes them on several field trips. They go to Cox Arboretum. They do a huge plant study. She has a huge big plant grow light apparatus that she sets up in her classroom, and they study all the stages of the plant's life cycle, and they grow them, of course. So they go to the Cox Arboretum for that great big field trip. They went this year to the Montgomery County Environmental Learning Center, the new center, to study recycling and once again taking care of the environment. She's had Doug from MetroParks come in every year when they're studying birds and adaptations of animals to their environment. You name it, she's done it in science. These kids just absolutely love science. They think of themselves as scientists. And myself, as the teacher of the next grade, it's hard to live up to her standards as far as a science teacher. I always feel pressured to continue that science education with them because she has instilled such love of science. They actually cheer in my classroom when I tell them we're starting a new unit in science because they love science so much. And that is all due to Becky Stroh, their third grade science teacher.